They got a chance to have a great year. Got a lot of veterans. They got two games now coming up to open up their season against nationally ranked teams, single digits. So hopefully that game gets them kind of ready. It's a great preparation for us because they run really good stuff. It's hard to guard. They got shooters. We obviously played them one-on-one. Didn't give a lot of help and made those guys kind of score over us. I thought our first half defense was really good. I thought obviously Jalen Williams was terrific. Had great pop, great energy. Making plays, bouncy, looked great. I thought that it was great. Al getting back and seeing Al healthy now, seeing his athleticism, and him making plays, and that was really really good. And obviously our strength is our depth. We got to make more shots. We got to make more open shots, and so if our shooting percentages could have increased, we would have looked a lot better. Turn them over 25 times was good. I thought we could have done a better job of taking care of the ball ourselves.
Questions? Bruce, what do you think of Trey Donaldson?
I thought Trey was super solid. You could tell he's confident out there. He's got good command of the offense. He's an older guy. He don't play like a freshman. He don't act like a freshman. Part of that, he's got some toughness to him. And I thought he was really good when we were out there.
Bruce, what's it say about KD? He doesn't have his best shooting night, but still finishes a plus 23 team best.
Now, KD is one of the best athletes in college basketball. And his ability to use his athleticism, his speed, his crispness, his explosiveness, really, really good. And he makes a lot happen out there. He's hard to stay in front of. And we just obviously get him more shots and get his shooting percentages up.
You mentioned Jalen. Just how impressive was his offense tonight?
Man, he looked great. I mean, he had a great flow, to his game, and he made every shot he took. He just looked really, really good. I changed the start lineup a little bit tonight just to give some other guys a chance to hear their name called, and still trying different combinations. It was interesting the block of Wendell, Zepp, and Chris, and then Trey, KD, and Al. When Trey's the point guard and he's got KD and Al out there, KD and Al can do more when Trey's a point guard. When Wendell's the point guard, he'll be more aggressive, and Chris and Zepp will defer a little bit. And then we've got John I and Jalen playing together, and we've got Dylan and Yo playing together. John I had a bum ankle, and he kind of toughed through it. Part of it, he missed a couple days of practice this week, and you could see he just didn't have any lift.
Coach, I'm sorry.
You go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
All good. Bruce, I know it's early, but were you concerned with some of the guys? You guys get some foul trouble there? Or is that something that you want to work through?
Man, there were a lot of things I was concerned about foul trouble. And necessarily wasn't one of them. Jalen had a little foul trouble. Just shooting it better, executing it better, playing through fatigue. I thought there was some times when, look, we play hard and we wear people out. But then when they get tired, we can't let down ourselves a little bit. But I thought we played much better in the first half.
Just to follow, were you expecting to blitz you like that coming out of the gate?
Yeah, they run a little trap, and off the center jump.
Bruce, 6 rebounds for Flanagan, 4 assists, 3 steals. Is that the type of game you expect from a veteran like him?
Yeah, Al was so productive when he was out there. He's able to get downhill, score through contact. Didn't hesitate at all in his jump shot. Was effective defensively. Was one of our top rebounders. Had a really good assist turnover ratio at 4 and 2. I mean, that was a really, really good game for. I thought Allen and Jalen played terrific. They were really, really good, and I think that. And one of the things I talked about with our guys is just take advantage of the opportunity. We have a lot of guys that are having a lot of opportunity this year. So you know, it's time now for Dylan, right? It's time for Chris. It's time for some of the guys that were, you know, in the shadows to take advantage of it. Obviously, Jalen Williams did. Obviously, Al did. You know, KD was effective out there. Wendell made some shots, and Wendell could play better. You know, I want at least 2 for 1 assist turnover ratio by point guards, at least, and so Wendell could do. But if we made a few more shots, he'd have had a few more assists.
Bruce, the 6 of 27 3-point shooting, is that just off night, or is that sort of a trend you've been seeing preseason?
No, we've not shot it. We didn't shoot it that well in Israel, and we're still not shooting it that well. So we've got to improve in that area.
Bruce, you mentioned Allen kind of having a quick trigger and being aggressive on offense. What does that do for the rest of you guys, particularly in the half court when he kind of has that aggression to him?
I mean, I just think it's great to have him have a little joy out there. You saw him smiling out there. You know, you saw him. He had a presence out there, and it's just wonderful to see. We saw a little bit of separation. Al separated himself a little bit tonight.
You said you liked your first half defense. Second half was, anything happened there?
I thought we didn't turn him over quite as much, and succumbed to fatigue a little bit. And we weren't as sharp offensively in the second half either. They did. I tell you, it's a tough prep. They did a lot of things. They pressed us a little bit. They played 2-3. They played 3-2. They played the man. They doubled the post. They did a lot of different things that was a good preparation for us because it was a lot of stuff that we needed.
Coach, you talk about the pressure there, 18 turnovers for y'all tonight. What's the response with that heading into the season opener against George Mason?
Well, it's like where did we turn over? Dylan and Yo each had 3. So we get that ball in the high post and, got the ball in the high post and Chris turned it over, Yo turned it over. One of the things we talk about getting the ball in the high post is to do something with it, kick it out. They both put the ball on the floor, turn it over. So part of it is, just listening to the coaching and the experience. And you had to look out there and go, oh, there's a lot of new guys out there. There are a lot of new guys out there. Zepp's not playing point guard, he's playing off the ball. Al and Chris are in the rotation at the 3. There's, Devin's not out there. Jalen looked great, but, we got a new front line. So there are a lot of new people out there, and that's why we talked about the fact that this is definitely an opportunity for guys to step up.
One more.
Bruce, you're glad you scheduled a good Division II team like that to give you a good look?
Well, I mean, in state, I've been in that situation before, and I know Huntsville was excited about playing, and they represented themselves extremely well. They gave us a good competitive game. I knew they would, we obviously, just our focus is, you open up we got 4 games before we go to Cancun, and we just got to continue to see if we can get, get better. We'll have to play a lot better to beat George Mason on Monday.
Coach, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate it.